Let's begin by confronting a reality that many of us are aware of, yet quietly avoid thinking about, the reality of the grave. Not as a story, not as a metaphor, but as an inevitable stage every single one of us will enter. No matter who we are, no matter what we own, no matter how powerful or unnoticed we may feel in this world, there is a moment already written for us when we will be lowered into the Arabic. Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Hamza Alif Arabic, Rot Arabic, Daida alone. With nothing but our deeds, the grave is not the end. In fact, it is the beginning. It is the first station of the hereafter, the first unveiling of what lies beyond this Arabic. Dal Arabic, Noon Arabic, Yet Arabic, Alif. And this is where the illusion of control that we carry in life begins to collapse. In this world, we can distract ourselves. We can delay, ignore, or rationalize. But in the grave, there is no distraction, only reality. Psychologically, human beings are wired to avoid thinking about death. It makes us uncomfortable. It challenges our sense of permanence. We plan years ahead, build dreams, chase success, yet rarely pause and ask ourselves a simple question. What am I sending forward? Because the grave does not reflect what you own, it reflects what you were. Your intentions, your Arabic. Tain Arabic, Ba Arabic, Alif Arabic, Dal Arabic, Alif Arabic. Ta, your sincerity, your hidden actions, these are the only companions that will remain. And this is why the Prophet letter F. DFA described the grave in such powerful terms, either a garden from the gardens of paradise or a pit from the pits of hell. There is no neutral ground. It is not just a resting place. It is an experience. A transition that either brings peace beyond imagination or a regret beyond words. And what determines that outcome is not luck, not status, not even outward appearance, but the reality of your relationship with Allah. Think about it. We spend our lives trying to secure comfort, better homes, better sleep, better environments. Yet the one place where we will spend a phase completely alone, we often fail to prepare for. Isn't that a contradiction? It shows that our priorities are often shaped by what we see, rather than what we know to be true. The grave strips everything away. Titles disappear, followers disappear. Even the people who love you will walk away after a few moments. And you are left with something deeply personal, your truth, not the version you showed to others, but the one Allah already knows. This is not meant to instill fear alone, but awareness, because awareness is what leads to transformation. When a person truly understands that the grave is not a distant concept but a guaranteed reality, their mindset begins to shift. Their daily choices begin to carry weight. Their Arabic, Tain Arabic, Ba Arabic, Alif Arabic, Dal Arabic, Alif Arabic, gain depth. Their Arabic, Waw Arabic, Alf Arabic, Ta becomes valuable, and this is where the mercy of Allah becomes evident. Because He does not leave us without guidance, He does not warn us without providing a way to prepare. The awareness of the grave is not meant to paralyze you. It is meant to wake you up. So before we even talk about protection, before we explore the means that Allah has given us, we need to internalize this truth. The grave is real. It is Arabic. Alf Arabic, Rot Arabic, Yet Arabic, Ba, and it will reflect who we truly are. The question is not whether we will enter it, the question is, what will we take with us? Because in the end, the life you are living right now is quietly shaping the place you will wake up in next. Now, once that reality settles in, that the grave is not a distant idea, but a certainty, the natural question that follows is, how do I protect myself? Because deep down, every Arabic, Alif Arabic, Noon Arabic, Sin Arabic, Alif Arabic, Noon is searching for security. We lock our doors, we insure our assets, we plan for emergencies, but what about the one phase of existence where no worldly system can protect you? This is where something remarkable emerges. Allah, in His infinite mercy, does not just warn us about consequences, He provides us with protection. And not in a complicated, inaccessible way, but through something profoundly simple, yet deeply powerful, Surah Mulk. This surah is not just a chapter to be recited, it is a shield, a companion, Arabic, Dal Arabic, Fa Arabic, Alif Arabic. Tain that stands between you and punishment at a moment when you will have no ability to defend yourself. The Prophet they described it as a surah that intercedes, that argues on behalf of the one who recites it regularly, until that person is forgiven. Just imagine that for a moment, a part of the Qur'an speaking for you when you cannot speak for yourself. From a psychological perspective, this changes everything, because Arabic Halif Arabic, Lam Arabic Halif Tat Hams, Arabic, Noon Arabic, Sin Arabic, Alif Arabic, Noon often feels overwhelmed by the idea of accountability. We know we are imperfect, we know we fall short, and sometimes that awareness leads not to action but to avoidance. We think, where do I even begin? But Allah in His wisdom gives us doors that are simple enough to enter, yet Arabic, Tain Arabic, Dot Arabic, Farsiya Arabic, Meme in their impact. Surah Mulk becomes one of those doors. It is as if Allah is saying, you may struggle, you may falter, but hold on to this, and I will open a path for you. That is not just protection, that is mercy wrapped in opportunity. And what makes it even more profound is that this surah is recited at a time when the day ends, when a person reflects, when they are alone, when distractions fade. It becomes a moment of connection between you and your Creator. And think about the symbolism here. You are about to sleep, a state that resembles death in many ways. Your body becomes still, your awareness fades, and you place your trust entirely in Allah to wake you again. In that vulnerable moment, you recite a surah that will protect you in an even greater vulnerability, the grave. It creates a spiritual consistency between your daily life and your eternal reality. But this is not magic. It is not a shortcut that replaces sincerity or intention. It is a means, a powerful means, that works when it is approached with understanding and commitment. The words of the Qur'an are not just sounds. They are guidance, reminders, truths about existence itself. When you recite Surah Mulk, you are not only seeking protection, you are internalizing a world. View where Allah is in control, where life has purpose, and where accountability is inevitable. And this is where the real transformation begins, because protection is not just about being saved from something, it is about being guided towards something. A deeper awareness, a stronger connection, Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Ba that is more aligned with truth. So Surah Mulk is not merely a ritual, it is a relationship. A relationship between you and Arabic, Kaf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alif Arabic. Meme that will stand by you when everything else falls away. And the beauty of it is this, you don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to be sincere. Because in the end, the greatest protection you can have is not what surrounds you, but what stands for you when you have nothing left to stand with. But here is where a subtle yet critical shift needs to happen. When we hear about something as powerful as Surah Mulk, the immediate reaction for many of us is inspiration. We feel motivated, we feel uplifted, and for a moment we genuinely intend to change. But the reality of human behavior is that inspiration fades unless it is anchored by consistency. And this is where the true secret lies, not in knowing, but in doing, not occasionally, but consistently. Because the value of any Arabic, Tain Arabic, Meme Arabic, Lam in Islam is not just in its intensity, but in its continuity. The Prophet made it clear that the most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small. And this is deeply aligned with how human psychology works. We are not built for sudden, permanent transformation. We are built for gradual, repeated action that shapes who we become over time. Think about it. A person does not become physically strong by working out once with extreme effort. It is the small, repeated sessions that slowly build strength. In the same way, your spiritual strength is not built in moments of emotional highs. It is built in quiet, consistent acts that no one sees. Surah Mulk, when recited every night, becomes more than a habit. It becomes part of your identity. It shifts from something you try to remember to something that feels incomplete if you miss it. And that is when you know it has settled into your life. But let's be honest, consistency is difficult. Life gets busy, we get tired. Some nights we simply don't feel like it. And this is where sincerity is tested. Because the question is not whether it is easy. The question is whether it matters enough to you. When something truly matters, you make space for it. Even if your day is chaotic, even if your energy is low, even if your mind is distracted, you still return to it. Not because you feel perfect, but because you recognize its value. And this is what transforms a simple recitation into a lifelong shield. There is also something deeply profound about ending your day with Surah Mulk. Your day may have been filled with mistakes, distractions, moments you are not proud of. But when you turn to Allah before you sleep, reciting His words, it is as if you are realigning yourself. You are reminding your Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Ba of what truly matters. You are closing your day with awareness, not heedlessness. And over time, this consistency begins to influence more than just your nights. It begins to shape your days. You become more conscious of your actions, more mindful of your choices, because you know you will return to those words again. It creates a quiet accountability within you. This is how small actions lead to massive change, not overnight, but over time. Not through pressure, but through persistence. And perhaps one of the most comforting realities is this. Even if you feel like you are not where you should be in your Deen, even if you are struggling with other aspects of your life, holding on to one consistent good deed can be the rope that pulls you back. So don't underestimate the power of simply showing up, again and again. Because in the end, it is not the actions you start that define you. It is the ones you refuse to abandon. And now, after understanding the reality of the grave, after recognizing that Allah has provided a means of protection, and after appreciating the power of consistency, everything comes down to one final unavoidable truth. Awareness without action is a wasted opportunity, because knowledge on its own does not transform a person. It informs them, but it does not change them. Change only begins the moment knowledge is acted upon. And this is where many people struggle. Not because they don't know what to do, but because they delay doing it. We live in a time where postponement has become a habit. I'll start tomorrow. I'll begin when I feel ready. I'll fix myself when things settle down. But if you really think about it, when has life ever fully settled? When have distractions ever completely disappeared? The truth is, if you wait for the perfect moment, you will be waiting forever. And this is where the Arabic, Meme Arabic, Wow Arabic, Dida Arabic, Wow Arabic, Deen of the grave becomes deeply personal. Because the grave does not operate on your schedule. It does not wait for your convenience. It does not send reminders before it arrives. It comes at a time already written unknown to you, but closer than you think. This is not meant to create panic, but clarity. Arabic Halif, Arabic Lam Arabic, Alif Dat Hams, Arabic Noon Arabic, Seen Arabic, Alif Arabic, Noon, who is clear about the reality of death, does not procrastinate in matters that truly matter. They begin, even if it is small, even if it is imperfect, because they understand that delay is often more dangerous than failure. And when it comes to something like Surah Mulk, the barrier is not difficulty, it is decision. It takes only a few minutes. It requires no wealth, no status, no special condition, just a moment of sincerity, a decision to begin. But that decision is powerful, because the moment you act, you shift from intention to transformation. You move from Arabic, Meme Arabic, Jim Arabic, Rot Arabic, Dal knowing to becoming, and that is what Islam ultimately calls us toward, not just to understand the truth, but to live it. There is also a deeper psychological layer here. Every time you delay something good, you reinforce a pattern within yourself, a pattern of hesitation, of avoidance. And over time, that pattern becomes Arabic, Jim Arabics, Ain Arabic Hams, of who you are, but the opposite is also true. Every time you act, even when it is difficult, you build a different pattern. A pattern of discipline, of urgency, of sincerity. So the question is not just about Surah Mulk. It is about who you are becoming through your choices. Are you someone who waits or someone who responds? Because the opportunity you have right now, the ability to hear, to understand, to act, is itself a gift. There are people who no longer have this chance. Their time has already passed. Their book is already closed. But yours is still open. And that should not make you comfortable. It should make you conscious. So don't leave this as another reminder that you heard and forgot. Don't let it be something that briefly touched your heart and then faded with time. Let it be the moment something shifts. The moment you decide that your Akhirah is not something you will deal with later, but something you will begin preparing for now. Start tonight, not perfectly but sincerely, because in the end the distance between who you are and who you could be is not measured in years. It is measured in decisions.